guessing the movie for the winds, how the devil is everyone. Let's spend an hour having fun. Bless you all for joining me, watching my work create debris, clean it all up. I surely could. With my wife nearby, I probably should. The world of Wayne is streaming live, models and projects coming alive. A car crash maybe with a mug of Kraken. Stand by for laughs and let's get cracking. week so you don't have to. The little world away is streaming live. Models and projects coming alive. A car crash maybe with a mug of Kraken. Stand by for laughs and let's get frantic. Let's get frantic. I've got two dachshunds who love to bark and a resin cube around a shark. Hello, Christian from Grantham. I hope you love my new anthem. The world away is streaming live. Models and projects coming alive. A car crash maybe with a mug of Kraken. Stand by for laughs and let's get frantic. Let's get frantic. Let's get frantic. Let's get frantic. Let's get frantic.
I was so not ready then. I was reading the chat like I normally do. Oh dear. How is everybody? Ah, we're all cool. Look, I'm in uniform tonight. Look, I'm dressed up. I'm in like cosplay tonight. So I'm going to give a quick review of what happened on the members stream yesterday, which was quite fun. So if you're in the members stream, I apologise for this recap, but there you go. I'm going to talk about it. As you can see, I'm wearing my Lord of the Rings Middle Earth blanket here, and that's because I did mention, and I got myself in trouble yesterday for this. That there's pinnacle moments of your life where you think, this is one of the greatest days of my life, and getting married to my beautiful wife on October 6th, 2018. This is well away, and all four of my children being born. And then what happened earlier on in the week when I sat in the cinema at 10 o'clock in the morning and I was there till 11 o'clock at night watching all the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. And after the first film, after the Fellowship of the Ring, which went on from about 10 till 2, I sat there thinking, I'm really enjoying this. This could be the greatest day of my life, this. And then obviously I watched The Two Towers. There was a 20-minute break and then we watched Return of the King. And it finished at 11 o'clock at night. Oh, I had my tears at the end like I do. You bow to no one. Absolutely brilliant. I was in my element. I was in my element. But the funny thing is that between the films, they had Peter Jackson talking. And Peter Jackson was it's like they just stuck a camera in front of him and there was no script and he was just talking about anything and everything. So they are on at the moment, because obviously it's an anniversary year. It's 25 years since Fellowship of the Ring. You can watch them individually as well. You don't have to do what I did, but you watch the Peter Jackson thing at the start. It's quite funny. Just hearing him talking about some of the things that went on in Fellowship of the Ring and stuff like that, and how he ticked off Christopher Lee. But I enjoyed it. Things to do for like yes. But so Mrs. World Away was like, greatest things, Lord of the Rings. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not wearing this because I'm gonna get too hot if I put that on. So that can stay there. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Slime in Time Investigations shirt and cap here, which was sent to me by Billy Bob Barklow. Now, I did show this on my social media channels. He also sent me this. This is from the 80s. Look. This is a video remote control where you can change the channels on this side. You can operate the VCR and stuff from here, and then you've got this all here, and it makes noises. Haven't put any batteries in it. So beep, beep, beep. But it did come in the original box as well. So this is in the retro room, just so you know, looking like that. And the reason I put all the Slime in Time Investigation is because we were visited by some sort of paranormal thing last night on the channel. I don't know what this is. Check this out. A DB5 here, like a gold-plated one. I'm hoping that if they've still got one left, I'm hoping I'll be able to see that. What's that? Where did that come from? Why have I got a halo in here? What the hell's that? Can you see that? So yeah, I don't know what that was. I was just chatting away, and then suddenly that appeared. So perhaps my workshop's haunted. But then my daughter's in chat there. Faith, who's chatting in, she's in chat there. She was telling me now. Faith, she's absolutely right. I can't believe she's got this memory that when she was a child, very young, she was talking to someone called Joy. We don't know who Joy was. We haven't got a Joy. We haven't got any friends called Joy. But she was up here talking about Joy, and she's telling me tonight that Joy happens to be like an old woman that used to visit her in the house. We should have really saved this stuff for Halloween, you know. And I'm like, Faith, you realise I'm upstairs opposite the room that you sat in on my own, right? I was like, what are you talking about? Joy. Ugh. So, I don't know. Perhaps we need some ghost busting going on. Who knows? And then the other bit of news I've got, first of all, I must mention this, is that next Thursday I'm not here. So there's no live stream next Thursday. There will be a member stream on the Wednesday, but I'm leaving for Agora HQ on Thursday. And I'm going to be at Agora HQ on the Friday, and I won't be returning back to the Saturday, so I won't be live streaming. So that's that. Just so you know, so if you're not there. And then the last thing, where I just mentioned to Gaz in chat there, which is January, where every day, I love January, because as I said, every day is a kick in the balls, because, you know, every live stream I've done in January so far, I've moaned about something. So let me talk about Nessie. Nessie is my Nissan Note. We've called it, every time we get a car, we call it a name. So Nessie is my Nissan Note. Well, Nissan Note's working absolutely fine. If you remember, in June we paid like £1,000 of stuff to it. We had the wishbones done. We had lots of stuff done. Been running absolutely fine. Mechanically, the car is brilliant. Unfortunately, the heater blower inside the car isn't working. So there's only two things wrong with it. It's not this. I ordered this. This is what they call a blower resistor. Quite a big chunky thing this is. This costs £9. Quite easy to fit. Take the glove box out and put this in. The blower motor is £30. That's all it is. But you've got to try and get it into the car. So it's a hard job. I can't do it. So I got some quotes today. Would anyone like to hazard a guess what let's say £39 worth of parts into a car and a Nissan Note to fit a blower motor is for my Nissan Note? Please feel free to put it in chat, and I will tell you in a minute when I get down to chat. But oh wow. The other thing is, I bought my LaFerraris up here at the moment. That's actually going to Timothy, is it? I don't know. He's going to be picking that up. That's going to be going. I bought that up here because what I've done is I've moved the Stanart Shark that I had in the workshop, believe it or not, is now under the TV. I've managed to get it in the lounge. That is in the lounge. So in the workshop now, I've got Optimus Prime on the top, and I've got the Ecto one at the bottom. Can you imagine how much weight's on those shelves? Physics. I'm hoping physics is going to keep it on there. I do believe that I put the screws in for the shelves in the wood beams, though. I don't think I put them in drywall, so don't panic. So we should be good. So that's what's been going on there. Tomorrow on the channel, just so you know, I did the Iron Spider. Absolutely brilliant build. We actually get to put the head to the body, and pretty much those two bits are done, and put all the electrics in. We really came a long way in like one pack. So all we've got to do is build the legs and arms, and it's done. The other thing I didn't realise, with the big spider's legs that come out the back, you can actually detach them and put plates on, so you haven't got to display it with those like claws coming out. You can just have Spider-Man standing there. I didn't realise they come out. So, well, you'll see that tomorrow. So, all fun. Has everyone seen the new He-Man trailer? That looked good. That looks very good, actually. That looks very, very, very good. And also, Starfleet Academy. I've watched episode 3. I was watching it. I just thought, this is Ender's Game. This is Ender's Game, but I'm not going to go too much into it unless you've seen it. So I'll wait. I'll probably talk about that later in the week. I'll let people find their footing with it, I think. So, there you go. Well done, Matthias, for getting the Abyss. No reason for doing the Abyss. As a matter of fact, I was watching Phil Siegel's flatbed video again today. So just getting some ideas for lighting and stuff like that. So I thought, let's do the Abyss tonight. And on the member stream yesterday, I was showing my progress with the Mondo Shawan. All the lights are in. The thing is, what I've got now is it's easy to put all the grounds together, because it's magnet wire, you know, you can twist them all around and solder them all together. But with the anode side, or whatever side I put the resistors on, I can't put 17 resistors all together in a big block and solder them. So what I've done is I've ordered this copper bus bar. so I can just push every single resistor into this bus bar and then feed it into the hole. That's not coming till tomorrow, but there should be a video up next week with, I'm hoping, the Mondo Shawan finished, believe it or not. Look at that. I finished the Mondo Shawan, and Lou does find it funny the way I pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it. Mondo Shawan. Shawan? I don't know. Before I did the Spaceballs Eagle 5. So that's just me. That's just me. Whatever floats my boat at the time, I'm guessing. How is everyone? Anyway. Oh, by the way, I'm 2 videos ahead for next week as well. I already did the RB19, which I said I wasn't going to do because I've got a missing issue. And I've also done Darth Vader, which I said I wasn't going to do because I've got a missing issue. It's all cool. You love that it's the same subplot as 2010 and came out around the same plot time. Good evening. Already had advert during intro. Great. Yeah, you know the adverts, the advert thing. Oh, the other thing is people have been wondering about the language. So if you're watching me and you can't understand a word I'm saying, it's because the auto dub feature hasn't been working. So I've been in touch with YouTube and we've looked back through my account, and basically it used to be after Christmas, 2 weeks behind the videos were. 2 weeks behind. They're slowly catching up. So the video, I think the John Wick, no, that was today's one, wasn't it? Whatever video I bought out 4 days ago, the auto dubbing should be working on that, but it is taking quite a long time to actually process the auto dubbing. But if you are watching in a foreign language and you don't understand what I'm saying, this is completely redundant, isn't it? But the subtitles work. You just can't hear me in whatever voice I'm speaking German. Schnell, schnell, du Koppelkopf, es tut mir aber leid. Who else finds themselves singing along to this? My little jingle. Oh, bless. Oh, yeah, so let's have a look at what people think. So £39 of parts, okay? I just bear that in mind. You spent £30 on a 4K Blu-ray import from Germany. It will never be released in the UK because of the mouse drowning scene. Yeah, I've got that. I've got that version. The mouse drowning scene in it. That stuff's supposed to be real. The oxygenated gel goo, whatever. I don't know. But the there was you know what? There's a Blu-ray that I just saw today. £200. £200 Blu-ray collection. It came out in September, I think it was, last year, and I completely missed the boat on it. Did you know they do a box set ultimate collection of the Karate Kid films? Whoa! I didn't know it. I didn't know, and I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, oh, they've all sold out. Oh well. Oh well. Ho hum. God, can you imagine if there was a Karate Kid marathon at the local cinema? God, the wife's never going to see me again. Hello, John. Hey, how's it going? It's a fantastic film, Faith Cosplays. The Goonies, we love the Goonies. Did you run the full credits after each or go straight into the net? What? Did you? Oh, no, they did. No, so what they did, Luke, was they run the full credits because obviously you've got the songs as well. May It Be, the Bjork song, and the Annie Lennox song, which I actually got married to. Did you know that? So, Into the West, the instrumental for that, we got married to. One day I'm going to have to show you the video of Mrs. Wilder Wayne walking down the aisle. It was good. It was good. But yeah, so Lord of the Rings on my wedding as well. Oh my God. But yeah, so they ran the full credits. The lights went up. You had 10 minutes to fill up a hot. Actually, they gave us a hot dog as well, which was nice. So, but the hot dog voucher was on the actual brochure. So I would have had a brochure to show you, but I gave it in so I could get my hot dog. But yeah, you had 10 minutes. And when you come back, Peter Jackson was talking for about 20 minutes. And then it would go into the next film. Bearing in mind that Return of the King is like a 4.5 hour film. So that was a long one. That was a long one. But it was great. I've never done anything like that before, a movie marathon, and I definitely would do a movie marathon again. The day just went like a blink, absolute blink. You think it's lens flare, but why would there be lens flare? Nothing changed in that workshop, Matthias. The lights hadn't changed. I was just sitting talking. You saw it. I was just chatting, and the thing just appeared. Weird. It was a bit of spittle. Well, I thought that, so I'm looking at my mouth to see if anything came out my mouth. I couldn't see anything. I don't know. I don't know. It's Timothy Claypole. Rent a Ghost. I remember that. He used to pinch me. Nah, he used to sit at the end of my bed watching me sleep. What? Where's your eight-legged friend? Oh, what? You're talking about this thing? So let me tell you about brave Swain. Oh, brave Swain. How did I get rid of the spider? Well, when I saw how big that thing was, you see, I'm not very good with spiders. I did what every sane man would probably do. I immediately called up to Mrs. Walter Wayne. I said, there's a spider, you need to do something. I can't go in there. So she was like, well, I can't reach it. So I'm like, well, can you suck it up in a vacuum cleaner? Because I can't, I'm so scared, I can't even go near him with a vacuum cleaner. So she saved my life. I assembled the vacuum cleaner and extended the hose like a Ghostbuster. And she got that little beast. And it's currently in the vacuum cleaner, so I won't be emptying that vacuum cleaner. But it's a big beast, that was. That was a big one, I have to say. Normally in my workshop, I get spindly ones or little ones. I've never seen a big one like that before. So, yeah, that freaked me out a little bit. Not good. Not good at all. Not all ghosts are bad. Some are friendly. Well, I mean, I don't think I've seen. Did I ever tell you the story about the ghost that? Because I saw a poltergeist. Well, I said I saw a poltergeist till I realised what it was. I'm going to repeat it. I'm sorry if you've heard this before, yeah. But in the 80s, I was in my bedroom and I kept hearing my rubber-keyed Spectrum making noises like someone's pressing the buttons. I was like, "What the hell's that?" Don't know. Freaked me out. Freaked me out. So it was happening a couple of nights. Told Mum about it. My mum actually made me wear a St. Christopher. She said that will ward them off. I don't know what it did, but you know, they made me aware of St. Christopher because I was freaking out. Anyway, so one night when it woke me up, the same thing, the box that the Spectrum came in was bouncing around on its own underneath this shelf on its own, like this, moving. And I was freaking out. What do you do? I ran downstairs screaming. So we came back upstairs to see what was going on. And luckily enough, it was still doing that. And you know what it was? It's because my Spectrum and the polystyrene box was right next to the radiator. And as soon as the radiator went on, the keys expanded, making noises. And God knows what it did to the polystyrene, but it was making it flopper. So, you know, at least we got to the end of that. But yeah, that freaked me out. Right, £250, £1,000, 325, 600, £2,000 bill. Faith is there, £5 out, £1,005 to fit heater blower in a car. Now, if I had a left-hand drive version of this car, I could do it myself. Just reach in, twist it, and pull it out. But because I've got a right-hand side version, you've got to take the steering column down. You've got to pull the dashboard out. It's a nightmare. Needless to say, unfortunately, Nessie has probably seen its last spring. So I am going to be in the market for a new car, unfortunately. But I love my Nissan, so I'm probably going to get another Nissan. But I can't believe it was killed by a blower fan. So at the moment, just say, I think I told you this last week, I'm using this portable little hairdryer. So the hairdryer sits, it's plugged into the 12-volt adapter, and it's just blowing warm air, not hot, just warm air to my windscreen to stop it fogging up. But, you know, I can deal with it in the winter. I can't deal with it in the summer because I need aircon. And even though the car's still got aircon, there's no way to blow it into the car. So £1,000 is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, look, £1,000. Crazy. Have to remove the dashboard, yeah. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But you're all in the ballpark. You're in the thousands, the four-figure number. My jaw hit the floor. I was like, what? I was thinking probably £400 or £500. I thought that would be expensive, but oh my God, double what I thought. You got a 4-digit quote to replace two £5 bushes on a previous car because the entire subframe needed removing to replace them. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Why don't they make cars? Hi Keith, how's it going? Why don't they make cars like, you know, that everything's easy to get to? But you remember the 80s, a Mark III Escort, you could get to everything. Actually, the Fiesta, a Volkswagen Beetle, you could get to everything. You can even lift the car out in about 5 minutes, the engine. Why do they make cars so difficult now? Faith is absolutely crazy about the Odyssey. She loves Epic the musical, but obviously the Christopher Nolan film comes out this year, so that's on the watch list. So there's a couple of films I want to see, I think. Hunt for Gollum as well, that's coming out soon. And obviously they keep showing Avengers trailers as well. So they're showing that the Fantastic Four is going to be in the new Avengers Doomsday. But I think at the moment that, yeah, I think that trailer ticks some boxes, didn't it, Jacob? I did like the He-Man trailer, I have to say. But then again, I did like a lot of people didn't for some reason. I did like the Kevin Smith cartoon sort of like reboot of He-Man. I enjoyed that. But yeah, I think I'm going to have fun with it. And hopefully, if He-Man does well, and this is just me thinking, I don't know, what studio's releasing Master of the Universe? Because if He-Man does well, and obviously they'll probably want to do a spin-off of She-Ra, I'm hoping someone actually does Mask. Mask would be brilliant. Mask could be the next franchise like Transformers. Mask Crusaders working overtime. I'll do it for €150 and I do not have any experience and do not guarantee anything and give no warranty at all. Yeah, and I'll get my car back in pieces. And it'll be like my new part work model to do. I don't know. I just haven't got time to do that. I haven't got time to just take the car apart. I was happy to have a go. That's why I bought these parts. And this would be the easiest thing in the world to replace. But, oh, God. See, this goes on the back of the motor. The motor's in this side. And unfortunately, that's the side of the steering wheel. And, the first 4 stages of the Hachette Volkswagen camper van are being advertised. Oh, are they? What, in the UK? Is that in the UK? Obviously, we looked through last week all of the builds coming out that we know about. Obviously, the trial for the Flying Scotsman, model makers, Dalek, Lancaster, Alien, Batmobile, Tumbler, Titanic, U-boat. No, there's nothing on there at the moment, on the main site anyway. But that's Hachette Parkworks UK, so it may be different in another territory. I don't know. Starfleet's on Paramount Plus, Andrew Davison. So you can watch that on Paramount Plan. I Spy the Next Pack. We only got 3 issues. No, I got 6 issues. John, I got 6 issues. So, have you heard any more about Airwolf? Funny you should say that, Andrew Davison. We were talking about that. So the first lot of data that we had from Todd's site, the Airwolf, which was scale, what sort of cockpit we want, all of that sort of thing, that's all been fed back to Agora Models now, and they're having meetings with the folks who are they're lining up who's actually going to be making this. So the next question that we're going to ask, and you're going to see Todd put this up on his website, is the base. Now, we've all said from the start we don't want anything like the Lancaster or the Spitfire, which has got the absolute ginormous base. We want something of a bit more narrower, and the ideas we've had is sort of like a base which has got the Airwolf logo on, sort of like this, with a 2-tier platform system. So you can either have the helicopter displayed like that, or in a forward sort of thing. That was Todd's idea, just so you know. I like that idea. Or, alternatively, have a sideways Airwolf on here with the helicopter on top. But I think the consensus at the moment with just us 3 is that we'd like to see a base with the Airwolf logo on it, but not very big. But we're going to be putting that out to the community again to see what people prefer, and we'll feed that back as well. What is going on your left side? Your eyes keep going left. I've got fan here. Is that my left? What's that? Oh, I'll tell you what that is. I'll explain that in a minute. Chicken machine. Here's my fan. So I'm looking at my fan. If I'm looking here, that's my screen where I can see myself. If I'm looking here, that's where chat is. And if I'm looking over here, that's where the internet is. So hopefully that'll tell you where all my eyes are. Fan, camera, chat, OBS, internet. Now, look, I didn't realise you could see that. So I've got a dent in my head. If anyone hasn't met me, I've got a dent in my head here. As a matter of fact, I've got a dent at the back as well. Different reasons. This was caused by a chicken machine, just so you know. So when I was 7, you remember those, I've told you this before, when I had those novelty eggs, this is like Jaws, you know, showing everyone the scars. When you have you put 10p in a machine, an egg would cluck and then a novelty egg come out and you open it and it's got a little toy inside. Well, I wanted to know what made, typical me, I wanted to know what made the chicken make that noise. So every time it made a noise, I ran over to it to see what was causing it to make that noise. And I tripped over on a bit of carpet and whacked the machine right on the corner. And I put my hand on my head and I was fine. I was telling everyone I was fine until I took my hand away. Psst, blood everywhere. I don't remember much. But this was back in the days where pubs had kids' rooms. So the parents could go into the pub and drink. And in the kids' room, you had the safe area. Uh, how's your eight-legged friend? Well, he's living at the moment like this, Steve Barron, in the vacuum cleaner. You watched a brilliant Star Wars AI made mini movie today. It's flawless. The characters who he meets are incredible. Really? You watched a brilliant Star Wars AI made mini movie today. It's flawless. The characters who he meets are incredible. You need to elaborate on that, Mark, because I'm missing something. When it will be dubbed into American. I don't know. I need to get my American. I can't do American. You know what? All I can do is I can say in American that the Rams did beat the Bears last week. I said it was going to happen, but this week is the ultimate game. We've got the Seahawks now. Obviously, the last game we played with the Seahawks, they beat us, but I do think we were letting them win. So it's going to be a big game. But if the Seahawks, I'm calling it now. If the Seahawks beat the Rams, the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. I think if the Rams win, we will win the Super Bowl. We'll have to see on Sunday, 11:30 UK time. Are you in a second workshop? No, this is the retro room. So this is my retro room. So all the work when I'm building things is down in the workshop with the spiders and the ghosts. And up here in the retro room, apparently there's only one ghost, but it's not allowed in the house anymore, according to my daughter. But yeah, we're okay here. So it's all retro stuff. I haven't turned my space station on, actually. I normally go around just before the stream and start turning everything on. Obviously, I've got this amazing sign, which I was going to put in the workshop, but I just love this sign here being held up by Gizmo. It's perfect. When Chris Fangdock made this, he must have known that this could fit on Gizmo perfectly. I just like the way that sits. I am forever in your debt, Chris. That's absolutely brilliant. A couple of minutes ago, I have to find out that 2001 Space Odyssey movie was not released in 2001, but in 1968. Yeah, but do not worry, I know movies based on Sentinel by C. Clarke. Maybe they would do it different in the movies if they do one. Oh, right, okay. Here we go. Look, Mark, when I read these out, these are going to get me into trouble, right? Especially when it starts with, I cry every time I watch my wedding video. So to cheer myself up, I watch it in reverse. Just mentioning those words. It's like the Book of the Dead in Evil Dead, I don't mean to read the words, but I've just got on unleashed a plague of zombies. Mrs. Wayne's going to hear that. She's not going to hear any context. She's just going to hear, I cry every time I watch my wedding videos. And to cheer myself up, I watch it in reverse. Get the Hoover Spider Slayer. Yeah, I can't go near spiders even with Hoovers. I remember, right, blockbuster video story for you. We were, Disney did this thing with Moratorium, okay? So what they used to do was they'd bring out, 101 Dalmatians. They'd be selling it for like 6 months, and you'd have pallets and pallets and pallets of them, and then they'll pull every single one off the shelf. You had to send them all back, and they kept it in storage for 7 years. For a generation, and they discontinued it, and they called it Moratorium. And they did that with every release, so that when that film comes back again, like 101 Dalmatians, a new generation wants it, and then Disney could get loads and loads of money again from the VHS release. Well, in this time, one of the video, I can't remember which video had finished, but Snow White had came in, and that came in on the pallets, and I put the pallets out, put the surrounds on them for these FSDUs, freestanding display units. I know all the lingo. And this spider jumped out and ran across the carpet. And not only did I come over cold, I came over faint. I had to sit down, and I tell you, I almost passed out just from this spider running across the carpet. I'm not good with spiders at all. Oh, blockbuster days. Whack it with a hammer. No, I can't go near them. One time I used the mini Hoover. What, my mini Hoover, Faith? To Hoover one, it crawled back out and scared the life out of me. You would have thought, oh, yeah, I can't pick it up. I'm an Aussie. Look, we were told never go near spiders. So what can I say? Well done, Mrs. Wayne. See, I have to get rid of my spiders in my house. The wife's petrified of them. Yeah, perhaps I need to put some of you on my speed dial. We got one! You deal with spiders in the house. I just use the gas and a bit of card to get them out of the house. Yeah, but one slip, and they're running over your hands. Oh, 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 no. Talking about that, talking about cinema. I went to see Arachnophobia in the cinema. You know the old Bill Pullman film? Oh, Jeff Daniels, wasn't it? Jeff Daniels film, and John Goodman. Oh my God, people were laughing, and I'm there crapping myself. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Oh my God! And they're saying it's a great horror comedy. I'm like, what? Scared the bejeebus out of me. You went to Lord of the Rings over the weekend. Here in the States, in Kentucky, they did one movie a day. First Friday, second Saturday, third Sunday. Loved it. It's great. Doing them all in one go. That's the way to do it. That'll put hair on your chest. I ate far too much junk food. I was eating Pringles, minstrels, popcorn, hot dogs. What else did I eat? I ate junk. It's why this shirt's tight today. Are you sure to go see like wasn't Esther shining a torch through the workshop window? She can't because the workshop window's got mirrored what do they call it? Tint. Mirrored tint. You can't shine anything through it. You can't see in the workshop. Never thought about the parts under the dash being the same, whether it's left or right hand drive. Yeah, you'd think they'd be the same, but they don't. It's I suppose when you're changing from left to right hand drive, it's only really the steering column and the firewall that's changing. Everything else is going to stay pretty much similar to where it is, apart from the dashboard switching around. But for stuff in the middle, like center consoles, that's not going to change. Hence why I don't have new cars. Too expensive and awkward to fix. I keep to my classes. I can fix myself. James, I know what you mean, but like my Nissan's old. It's 2008. It's a 58 plate, so it's not like it's a new car. It's done like 173,000 miles. But I always go by the adage that I know that car like the back of my hand. I know exactly when that car's making a funny noise. I know when it's going wrong. And it's been my workhorse. It does everything for me. So it's going to be sad to see it go. And the thing I've got about, buying another car is that you don't know. I don't know if it's going to do these 100-mile trips. Remember, this car's been doing the 100-mile trips to Essex and back every other weekend. So, yeah, it's a 58 plate. That means 2008. I know you don't understand the regs in America. It's 2008, the car is. I'll try to find the other connection. Hi, David Westbury. Yeah, I haven't got a clue. Until I see those last two stages, David, I don't know. That's because they built the car around the blower motor. Yeah, perhaps they were planning on having the blower motor powering the car. My old car, what was it? Was it my Peugeot? I used to joke that because one of my cars I used to have, it might have been my Orion actually, that you could open with a lolly stick. You could just shave down the lolly stick, put it in, and unlock the door with a lolly stick. But that car, I used to joke that I'm not actually opening the door, I'm winding the car up. Yeah, they don't want people fixing their own cars now. Crazy. Yeah, but I mean, be under the safe assumption that there's no way in a million years I'm paying £1,000 to fit a fan in my car. Well, you know what? Changing the bulb's one thing, yeah. But in my Nissan, you can't change the spark plugs. To change the spark plugs, you've got to take the rocker cover off to get to them. It's not just a case of spark plug spanner, H2 leads off like the old days. No, you've got to take the engine apart just to get to the spark plugs. Talking about his cars, my daily was a Mark II Cavalier. Oh my God, I remember the Cavaliers. I always wanted a Capri. I never had a Capri, but I had me Mark III. I had me 208. I had my God. What else did I have? Orion. I had two Nissans, a Mondeo. Oh, I don't know. I've had a lot because I had company cars as well when I worked for Blockbusters. Wayne, they make the car so difficult to get rid of the backyard mechanic. Yeah. She-Ra's actually my alt on Warcraft, just so you know. I managed to get that name. So, although I spell it slightly different, I spell it Sheera. So I've got Hawkstyle and She-Ra. Been playing a lot of Warcraft at the moment because the pre-patch is out now. And then next week we're going to get some new quests. Still waiting to pay the last pack for Robocop. He is faceless now. Oh, the last pack's an easy one. And then it will be looking just like that. And he hasn't moved since. I haven't even pressed the button to hear him talk. Did you see the size of the Flying Scotsman? 110 centimeters. It's a big boy, yeah. It's twice the length of the O-scale that I'm building. It's a big boy. But you know what? Will's Workshop, it's needed. I think the gap in this marketplace has been a part work die-cast train. We've had planes, we've had submarines, we've had ships, we've had cars. We haven't had a train. So, you know, Hashett's got on the case now. And then if all these part work companies are listening to me, they're going to be like, he's got a point there. What other trains are there? We've got the Flying Scotsman. Let's have the, I don't know any other, the Mallard. Anyone else keeping an 8-second freeze every few minutes? I haven't dropped any frames at the moment, Scott. Wait, not a scale model build, but I'm curious. What do you think of the Legos Enterprise D? I think it's really good, Leon Walker, but I don't think I've got I was talking about this a couple of weeks ago. I don't think I've got the skills and dexterity to do it. I mean, I'm struggling with that Seahorse Spark, but my son and my daughter, oh my God. You know, my daughter's 15. My son is 17, almost 18 this year. And they just whiz through these kits. And I just don't understand how they can do them so quick. Seriously, the kids now operate on a level of binary. Things are so quick. A base with the silhouette of Airwolf. That could be cool. That'd be cool. Has anyone seen the 1/1 scale Airwolf helmet, as it would go really well with the Airwolf Partworks? I haven't seen that, Hand Collectibles, I have to say. Haven't seen that at all. But obviously, keep your eye out on this site here. Let me just clear that there. Because obviously, all the updates and every bit that we're collating together on Todd's site there. And then we're pulling the information from that, feeding that to Agora Models, and they're feeding it to the different people that their people are talking to the other people's people, and those people's people are talking to other people's people. They're doing it in a closed case for Airwolf. Be good to have an optional diorama cardboard drop. See, I don't know about the closed case, because you got to remember that it's going to be big. Whatever happens, it's going to be big, and you're going to have rotor blades on it. Unless you want to display it with rotor blades folded back, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be an option. After 3 years, I'm about halfway through the Fan Home Enterprise. Would be nice to have a complete one before I expire. You know what, Leon? I've actually got now up to stage 29 was delivered this week. So I've got 2 more packs, and I finally got every single one of the Enterprise. Now, I've already got all the Enterprises because I've got my nephews here as well, but it'd be nice to have my own, which is all cool. And then hopefully I could get onto building that. You read Blake 7 maybe getting a reboot. Well, my friend Richard Ashton has been doing some of the work on the models, and Cosmic Scale Models. Keith has got, you need to check out Cosmic Scale Model sites. Got a Liberator model coming. Got a Liberator model. It's pretty cool. Blake 7 seems to be coming back in a big way. A very big way. You're 1 pack ahead of me, 57 to 59. How are you? Will's Workshop, your thing got posted out yesterday, I believe. So I don't know if you got that today or it might be due tomorrow. The prizes for the Christmas quiz. A lot of you have had deliveries of them today. I said there's 3 people outstanding. Steve in America, Sheldon in America, and Mark Pringlesleaf, because I'm waiting for a big box, which I'm hoping one's going to arrive tomorrow, because I got a delivery tomorrow for Todd. So
at Ed Hughes 8,619 super
God,
chatted $26
I'll check that out in a second,
84
because it just whizzed past my screen.
Around LOL.
Just got case for the Transformers. Came in a huge box. Haven't even opened it yet. Oh my God. Has anyone seen the thing where Kylo Ren pretends to be like undercover boss and he's Matt the radar technician? She wants me to go to cosplay as Matt the radar technician. You like to see a Brave Star movie? Ears of a dog. Strength of a bear. I remember Brave Star. The Spidey already escaped the vacuum. He's waiting for you, Wayne. Yeah, he's downstairs with a baseball bat. Me up, will you? I'm not having any of that. Wayne, I'll send the link via email of the video. It shows what AI can do. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you could, Mark, that'd be lovely. NFL is rigged. Not watching anymore. No, it's not rigged. It's rigged if the Rams aren't winning. It's rigged if the Jets start winning. Remember, yes, Stream Elements, the Spacecraft Model Show on the 21st of March. We're all going. It's going to be. We got a party going on by the sound of it, Friday and Saturday night. So come along to that. peeps, on the Saturday, the 21st of March in Bicester. All the details are there. Going to be a great show, I'm telling you. Dark Star is still one of the best pre-special effects sci-fi movies. I haven't seen that in years. I think I remember seeing that on the old Betamax, Chris Hurst. Not a part work or build, but I got the Robson Buzz Lightyear. Actually, no, I think it was VHS saying that. I think it was the VHS machine. I know I had a top loader, not a front loader. Had a part work or build, but I got the Robson Buzz Lightyear. Amazing. Want to get Optimus Prime. Ed, I'll tell you what. I was seeing them at the MCM Comic Con, and they had a load of them, and they synced. They synced together. So whatever one did, the other did. They're having some sort of dance-off. Pretty cool. But obviously, Roboson does the Megatron that converts into like a tank. Optimus Prime converting into a lorry. I mean, that's pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. You've been with Rach 20 years this year and married 18. Could have been out by now. You can't say things like that. You'll be stuck in the workshop. By the way, I need to do a happy birthday. Happy birthday. I don't know if you're on tonight. You're probably celebrating your birthday. But Helder, who is normally in stream, it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Helder. Let me turn that off. Is that if I move out? The spider lives there now. This is now mine. The spiders in Australia will kill you. It's the in-joke in this channel, Steve. Everything in Australia will kill you. Everything. Yeah, see? Matches. Everything tries to kill you. Trust me, the whole of the continent of Australia is pretty much, or the country of Australia, is Battle Royale. That's what it is. It's Battle Royale. And I think if you left the civilization there long enough, there'll only be one left. No, I hated arachnophobia. Am I that behind? You're always at least 4 feet from a spider at all times. It must be true because I saw it on the internet. Ice spiders, I haven't seen that. Eight-legged freaks, I think I've seen that. But I think that was very CGI from what I remember, so I wasn't really bothered by that. I didn't really mind the spiders in Harry Potter as well. But you know what? The old B-movie Tarantula? Oh. How did you get through Spider-Man? Yeah. I don't know. They looked a bit like the old funnel webs, the redbacks. I think it was a speck of dust on the lens. Yeah, I think it probably was. It was just weird how it appeared, though. You've eaten a cricket before, no chocolate. What, Faith? What are you talking about? My daughter's gone crazy. Bless her. You're going to look at hybrid or electric? Yeah, neither. I want petrol. Look, at the moment, the way the world's going, everything's going to be petrol and diesel, and it's going to be that way for the next 50 years. So, I think. I want a Nissan. I like the Nissan Juke. We had a Nissan Juke when we went to Scotland. I absolutely love the Nissan Juke. So if I can get another Nissan, I'll be happy. Now, Nissan for you Americans. I've owned Nissan for, well, a long time. A long time. I like the Qashqais as well, but they're a little bit big. I prefer, it's only me and Mrs. World Away and two Dachshunds. Two Dachshunds. Your dad had a Cavalier. My God. I still remember my CTA 263Y. That was my first car, Mark III Escort, a white one. And then C142 VPD. That was my Orion. Can't remember anymore. What's hanging on your wall over your right shoulder above the Terminator? I'm curious. It's a retro room, so it's British money. So we've got British old £1 notes and all the coins that was around in the 80s. So the 50p's were bigger, the 10p's were bigger, the 5p's were bigger. Yeah, that's what's in there. Only reason not my rant with my Ford C-Max is, why is the brake fluid chamber right at the back of the engine? How are you supposed to feel that? God. I saw a C-Max today, actually. IXO had a train I've been looking at. I'd love to do a Union Pacific big boy. Oh, wow, that'd be cool. The Orient Express could be good with the carriages. Oh, and everyone wants the Back to the Future train. Everyone wants that. And the Harry Potter train had a trial, but nothing ever came of the trial. I don't know what happened there. I reckon that was a license thing, though, because the train community would have wanted it, I would have thought. I don't know. You still want to see the Turbo Interceptor from the rave? I bet. Thank you so much, Ed, since Ed isn't around. Oh, bless. That's really appreciated, Ed. That goes to the car fund. Dashed. Ah. Yeah, shall I play that? I'll play it. I'll play it. For you, Ed. This is for you, Ed. Ah, I can't even get it off here. I almost put the happy birthday jingle on. Remember that voice there? That's Todd. Todd and Auto-Tune, Marvel Phoenix right there. It's too bad that the Hachette didn't continue the Hogwarts Express train. Yeah, I'd love to know the story behind that. They're the sort of things I think would make really good interviews, to sit down like the bio or the marketing team and say, okay, look, you did the trial. Why are you doing trials? You're the only company that really does trials. I know that DLSD or Fan Home do them in France. They very rarely do them in the UK now. What's the whole philosophy behind that? And then so the Hogwarts Express, what happened to that? Why didn't this come to fruition? The interview's writing itself. I'd love questions like that answered. No idea at the moment. We've just fed back what people want, John Mortimer, and it's you've got what people want and what can actually happen. So it's a case of weighing them up. 6 of one. You know where this is going. 7 of another. 6, 7. Oh, Mrs. Roy, that just brought a smile to Mrs. Roy Wayne's face. I guarantee it. Mars movie could be awesome. I love Moto Revolution, but it's the only thing I've seen from the franchise. I think Mask would do very well. And I think someone does have the rights for it at the moment. So, I don't know. Maybe a spider way. The Airwolf helmet, there you go, is made by Factory Entertainment. They do lots of cool props. Factory Entertainment. Never heard of them, I'll be honest with you. I'm just adding that to my notepad there to have a look. Factory Entertainment Sync. Oh, they're at San Diego Comic-Con as well. They do the search for Spock Klingon communicator. Let's have a look at this site together. Look. Check this out. Look. And look, they've got all the franchises. What have they got for Back to the Future? Holy Mary, Mother of God. Wow. Well, it's impressive. That's for sure. Let me go back. Thundercats, Masters of the Universe. What they got for that? Power Sword. Look, wow. Oh, I think you've unlocked something here. That's bad. That's bad news for me, isn't it? Mrs. Wayne watches this stream. She's going to want to know why we got no money left. With the exception of Kigari, you hardly see the dangerous animals in Australia. They try and stay away from you. Yeah, true. I don't. Well, it might be different in Adelaide, though, Peter. I mean, I got in trouble with huntsman spiders. I got in trouble with red ants. I got in trouble with blue-tongued lizards. But then again, I was the sort of kid that kept poking down holes and stuff. So, and obviously in Australia, in Adelaide, we had the water lines above ground, not underground. So underneath the water lines, there were snails and lizards and all that, and I used to just forage there. So God knows what I was in. Do you notice my accent went a little bit Australian then? That's worrying. Datsun, pre-Nissan. As I said, when we first come back to England, that's the first car my dad bought, a Datsun 180B, an orange one. I think I've still got a picture of it, actually. Lovely car. But, and you know what? Because it's a classic car now, it would be worth a lot of money. Orange car. Let's see if Google can find that. No. No, this is a shame. It was a nice car. I'm just having a quick whiz through. Old cars. Oh, there it is. I've got it. Look, this is my dad's old Datsun. Look at that. And this, if anyone recognises London, this is Woodlands Avenue in Eastcote. This is where I used to live. When I first come back from Australia, I used to live right here for a year before I moved to Basildon. But yeah, there's my dad's old Datsun. I love that car. That was cool. I think he got a Nissan Sunny after that. I can't remember. I'm going to see if I can find my car in Australia. Not my car, obviously my parents' car. I was only like 6. But the car we had, I mean, look, my nan's old car. Look at some of these. Look, look at these. That's some crazy cars. And this one, look. Oh my God. Same street. Same street. Wow. I don't think I've got any pictures of my car. Oh, look, this is where I crashed my, this is me. This is where I crashed my Orion. And I did get the reg right. Look, look. And yes, I am wearing a Miami Dolphin shirt. I understand. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But yeah, I crashed my, I slammed it into the back of a parked car, actually, if you must know. I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I haven't got any pictures of my car from Australia. I don't know what it was. It's kind of like a Volvo, I guess. I don't know. I've got no idea. I just hope Wayne doesn't get a 1-1 Nissan Skyline. Imagine the license points. Hiya, Scott. Don't want to miss this week since I was on vacation last week. Oh, bless. Well, I'm on vacation kind of next week, so I'm not here next week. You've made your voice appropriate for Telford. It ain't that high. My wife had a go at me for holding the door open for a young lady. She accused me of never holding the door open for her. It's not true. I held the door open when she said she was leaving me. They had the Hogwarts Express and the Back to the Future trains, full size at Universal Florida. I remember the train. I don't remember the Hogwarts Express, but then I've seen the Hogwarts Express at the Harry Potter Studios. You had to, there you go. You had to sing the dash part, change the pitch and add chorus, then edit it into the Flash Gordon. Ah! To me, any car after 2000 is too new. Only reason Dad went for an X-Type was it was basically a 90s car. Legendary vehicle, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang needs a part build. Wacky Racers vehicles. Yeah, I could drive well, I like the Professor's little plane thing. Or the Arkansas Chugabug. That was I just like that one. It just rolls off the tongue. The Anthill Mob. I like that car as well. God, can I name them all? I don't know. The Creepy Coupe. What a caveman car. I can't remember what a caveman are called. Penelope Pit Stop. I said the Anthill Mob. I'm just going through the numbers. Speaking of cars that people own, my best car was the 1969 Pontiac Firebird. You had a Pontiac? Ooh, I bet that was lovely. Where's the what? I bet you're gutted to you haven't got that no more. I keep thinking of some of these old cars. I really wish I had them now. I really wish I had them. A nice Datsun. No, that was a 180B. That was definitely a 180B. I remember it because it came with the jingle, Datsun 180B. Where am I? Yeah, look at all the free parking spaces. Yeah, you don't see that in London anymore, do you? Love the British style cars. That would have been God. That's before my time. When my nan was little, that would have been 50s, 60s, 60s. Those older cars you saw. But the Datsun, that would have been late 70s because we didn't come back till 78. Go Dolphins. We've just been through the werewolf news. We've got nothing new though, Francis, at the moment. Nothing new. Creepy Coupe, the Rockhill Brothers or something like that. I can't remember the names. Cannot remember the names. Hang on. Look, they're all someone's gonna come up before it. The Slag Brothers, the Gruesome Twosome, Professor Pat Pending, Red Max. Oh God, yeah, the Red Max, Penelope Pit Stop. I got most of them. No, we've got to complete this. Car number 1 was the Bouldermobile, driven by the Slag Brothers. Number 2 was the Creepy Coupe, driven by the Gruesome Twosome. Number 3, the Converter Car, driven by Professor Pat Pending. Number 4, the Crimson Hay Baler, driven by the Red Max. Number 5, the Compact Pussycat, driven by Penelope Pitstop. Number 6, the Army Surplus Special, driven by Sergeant Blast and Private Meekley. Number 7, the Bulletproof Bomb, driven by the Anthill Mob. Number 8, the Arkansas Chuggabug, driven by Luke and Blubber Bear. Number 9, God, I sound like I'm in the cartoon. The Turbo Terrific, driven by Peter Perfect. Number 10, the Buzzwagon, driven by Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth. And number 00, the Meme Machine, driven by Dick Dastardly. And I know Randy Cooper's done a variation of that. I can't wait to see that at Wonderfest. That's going to look pretty cool. Looking forward to that. Oh, look, there we go. Mark, look, he's bringing them all up. You're bringing them all up. I'm doing good today, Ramon. What was your WhatsApp? Is everything all right? I look like you're in a hospital or something. I don't know. Dad's, he's okay. He's okay. You lived in London in 89, 90. 89 is when I finished my exams. And that's when I first got my first job at Sainsbury's. Working at Sainsbury's. Are the spiders looking for a friend for the building? No, the spider wasn't looking for that. I always hope when I'm in the workshop that if I'm painting inside, the fumes, if I leave them in there long enough, will kill everything. Including me. That's why I've got my respirator on. I need to make sure I wear my respirator. An area man with a terrible stutter was given 10 years prison, but his victims fear he won't finish his sentence. What? I get it. If you put in the search bar on YouTube, # T2 camper bus. Heft 13. Heft. So that's German then. # Partworks. So what I can do is I can go to # Partworks site and just change it for the German site. Let me do that. Where are we? No, it's not like the other sites. They used to have a drop down where I can change it to German. Okay, so it's going to be # partworks.de then, isn't it? Ugh. I can't find anything. Okay, let's try this one. Pasche Deutschland. They've got the 208 on there. I don't know. I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it at all. They've got the crocodile. Oh, yeah, they have. Hang on. Let's go over to this. Look. Model maker. Golf GTI. The Crocodile. The Trabant. The Ford Falcon. The VW T2 camper bus. The Audi Quattro. The Graf Zeppelin. A lot of people wanted to do that. The U96. Let's have a quick look at the camper bus. Now, I've seen this in quite a few colours and quite a few forms. I would like to do one, I have to say. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I love that. They go for stupid money now. Stupid money they go for. I won't be buying one of them. Type is hard. It is. You wish Hachette would do Battlestar Galactica. There's a franchise that hasn't been tapped into yet. You're still having problems logging into Hachette. I'm having problems with the fan home. I have to keep going into an incognito window to report problems and stuff. You're doing the BRL. Oh, are you? Why do they make these models only in certain areas? I don't know. I think perhaps either the license is in that area or they want to see how it does in one territory before moving it to another. Who knows? One of the questions that these partwork companies, I'd love them to answer one day. Oh, that was a fun stream tonight. I enjoyed that stream. But as I said, tomorrow we've got the Iron Spider. You're going to love that. Now, I'll warn you now, it's a long video, okay? It took ages to film because there's a lot to do. It's probably about 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoy that. And then obviously next week I've got the Red Bull and the Darth Vader to start off with. And I'm hoping to get this Mondo show on, or however you pronounce it, finished. If I don't, it'll definitely be the week after because I do want to take it to the Bicester model show. But there you go. That was tonight's stream. Remember, no stream next week, but then we'll be back to normal programming in February. So take care, everyone, and I will see you later. Bye.